Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here from Miss Carrie's Creations. Today I'm going to share a bright coffee scrapbook page using a cut file from Hip Kit Club. I'm working with the September Hip Kit collection, which is filled with a beautiful color combination of patterns and prints. I'm also going to use this coffee cup cut file, the September Pocket Life collection, and embellishment kit. I can't wait to share this project with you. From the kit, I'll be sharing this adorable coffee cup cut file. I have already cut this from Independence Blue cardstock. Behind it, I'm going to add a layer of the Follow Your Heart pattern. I really like the brush strokes on this. Sometimes instead of filling in every space on the cut file, like I did with the books on the last layout, I like to save some time and fill in the space with one pattern. This pattern is a great one to use behind a cut file. I'm also going to bring in these sweet little floral die cuts and a few items from previous color kits. As I create this page, I'll bring in a few other Hip Kit items, and I'll make sure to add those to the supply list below, along with a link to this adorable cut file. I am a Cricut instructor, so I'm more familiar with that application. To create the solid cut, I use the Contour tool in Design Space. After uploading the image, I changed the size of the design, duplicated it, then used the Contour tool in the lower right corner to make this a solid piece. Alright, now that you know how to create the backing piece, it's time for me to show you how I'm going to use this cut file on my scrapbook page. I want to add a little bit of mixed media in the background with some watercolor and texture paste. I'm currently marking the placement of this cut file so that I know where to put those items. I'm going to start out with some Lindy's Shimmer Paint. This is an intense pigment in powder form that's easily activated with water. I want it to be a softer yellow, so I'm going to water it down even more. I selected a yellow hue to contrast with the Independence Blue cardstock that I cut the cups from. This yellow watercolor is going to peek out on either side of the coffee cups, which will help those cups and the photo that will be layered on top of it stand out a little bit more. I'm going to set this aside to dry so that I can add some texture paste. To bring dimension and texture to the page, I'm using the leaf stencil from the August Color Kit to add these designs on the paint. These are going to be placed horizontally, which will match those brush strokes on the coffee cup pattern. The paste is an opaque matte, which will show up over the top of that watercolor paint. It is going to be very subtle, but you will be able to see it peeking out from behind the cups. Alright, I'm going to finish this up, then I'll show you how to put the page together. Over the paint and paste, I'm layering those coffee cups. As I said earlier, I want this to be a simple background element, so I chose to layer only one pattern behind the design. On the left side of the coffee cups, I'm going to place my photo. I cut that floral frame from one of the cards in the Pocket Life kit. I like how this kit has smaller patterns, which are great for smaller photos. Behind the frame, I created a pocket to place my journal tag into. This tag also comes from that Pocket Life kit. Around my photo, I'm going to layer some floral die cuts. I am going to create a diagonal pattern across the photo. Before I began, I selected three main colors that I wanted to use: pink, yellow, and purple. Those die cuts have a mix of other colors that are part of the September collection, but I made sure that the largest florals were part of my selected color palette. To make sure these areas stay balanced, I'm adding a few of those florals at the top and a few at the bottom. I am making sure that most of the flowers are going to sit below the photo to add some weight to the page. I'm repeating color, shape, and size as I add the florals to the top and the bottom. I'm also trying to bend a few petals and add some with foam tape to bring in some dimension. As I continue to build these clusters of embellishments, I would love it if you tapped the subscribe button and let me know that you're new here. If you're already a subscriber, let me know that you enjoyed today's project by tapping the thumbs up icon or leaving me a comment below. I would love to know what your favorite embellishment is in this kit. As I'm nearing the end of the layers, I'm looking at my colors and shapes. I have 3 lighter pinks that are larger florals, and they're in a visual triangle. I also placed 3 purple flowers below the photo in another triangle. So just like I taught you with embellishments, florals are going to be more balanced in a triangular formation. I wanted to add some more purple items at the top, so I brought in light and dark florals. This gives me an odd number of light purple and in total an odd number of both purple hues. I also did this with the blue and yellow florals to help me keep this all in balance. I'm going to bring in some color to the left side of the page with some product strips and florals. My black and white product strip wasn't long enough, so I just cut it in 2 because I knew that I would be filling in that space. I'm going to create the title with this stamp that's part of the September Pocket Life collection. If you don't want to purchase the Pocket Life collection, you can purchase that stamp separately. The words, "Good days start with coffee," are being stamped on this little tag, and then I'll layer that on the left side of the page. I have already started adding those flowers. I chose 1 of each color to match the flowers I placed on the right side. I'm going to layer the tag over the top of these flowers, then I'll bring in a few buttons from the embellishment pack and some ribbon for those tags. I'll go ahead and finish this off camera and then I'll share the completed page with you. As you can see, I added some wood buttons and epoxy button stickers on the center of each of the flowers. It looks so cute and adds so much to the page. I also brought in a little bow to the journal tag and added some baker's twine from the kit to the title. I love the way this page turned out. Most of the items I used today are from the September Main Kit and Pocket Life Kit from Hip Kit Club. If you choose to become a member of the Hip Kit Club, you can select either those main kit elements or the Pocket Life collection. You will also save 15% on the coordinating items like the embellishment kit, which ship free with your monthly kit, so if you want to grab yourself any of those additional items, it's worth becoming a member. If you'd like to learn more, I have added details in the description below. I want to thank you for joining me for another scrapbook project. If you'd like to see more of my creations, you can visit my channel or follow Miss Carrie's Creations online. If you have any questions about the project or supplies listed below, feel free to leave me a comment. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.